back, everyone. So now we're going to jump into media selection. And this is one of the most important steps you're going to take in the creation of your online course. So we've asked Moki Goyal to join us here again today. Thank you for joining us, Moki.
Sure.
So I think what we have to start with is, what are the media types that are actually available when you're creating an online course nowadays?
I think of 4 media types that are most appropriate. There's audio files, which is just an audio file oftentimes used for podcasting. There's a slideshow, which is just a video with slides and narration over top. There's video, which is much like what we're doing here today. And then there's something called interactive content, and that's usually created with an authoring tool, such as Adobe Captivate, to capture viewer clicks, question and answer. It really allows the viewer to participate in the session.
So I know with a lot of the subject matter experts we work with, their number one objective is to drive user engagement. So from your description, it would seem like interactive content is the way to go to achieve that goal.
It seems that way, but I think what you really have to ask yourself is, are you looking for audience participation, which is a little bit different than engagement. Participation is really about capturing user data, their clicks, maybe capturing some answers and questions that from questions you're asking them. But one of the downsides of that is that then budget and time to create these sessions goes up, because you do have to hire people who are familiar with the tool or learn the tool yourself. Another method to drive up more engagement, maybe not participation, is by creating a video but then adding some interactive elements to it. Much like we've done here, we've done a 2-camera shoot, we've added some motion graphics to highlight key points, and that really drives a little bit more engagement. The other way you can do that is by attaching worksheets that provide some exercises for the viewer to complete so that they're more involved in the session.
Nice, nice. So I guess in that description, you've got a little bit of a hybrid there, because you get your participation through the attached worksheets, but the video itself is really geared towards engaging the user on the concept and not necessarily participating at that moment.
Exactly.
Great. So now, I know that obviously this always comes down to cost and time. Those are kind of the 2 big considerations for everybody who's creating content. So are there some best practices that you have, the things that you use with clients in order to really kind of drill in on what is the right media format based on those 2 constraints?
Yeah, we have a chart that we kind of use, and we actually shared it by putting it on the worksheet. And it basically shows you, as you go from audio to slideshow to video to interactive content, the budget requirements go up as well as the time to produce. But there's a range with each of those things, and there's little tricks that you can do to add to each particular format to kind of create a little bit more engagement, like we were talking about by adding summaries or highlights and through motion graphics and things like that. So there are ways that you can tweak things to get a little bit of a better result without spending a whole lot more money.
All right, thank you, Moki. So in summary, we've got 4 big media types to choose from: straight audio, slideshows with audio, video, and interactive media. And each one of them has their own unique pros and cons. So download the worksheet. We've added some helpful resources and some tips on each one of those categories. And then also we've included the time and budget graph that Moki was talking about on how to really find the sweet spot for you and what media is the best for your audience. So thank you for joining us. Thank you, Moki, and we'll see you in the next one.